Steel, we got Man of Steel, all the really great stuff coming out in 2013. So really I'll go through and I'll kind of go through our major announcements and then I'll throw it open to you guys. This is your chance to really bombard me with your questions. We got PR is here too, as well as a lot of the executives. So if you know those questions you've been dying to ask online all year, now's your chance. So without further ado, let me kind of go through the details. All right, let's see. So first off, I'm going to start with WWE, which is behind me here. So there are new series of Elite, series 19, 20, and 21, which are coming out, which are going to have Daniel Bryan, Kane, Brock Lesnar, Miss Elizabeth, Dolph Ziggler, and Shawn Michaels in series 19. Series 20 will be CM Punk, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and Chris Jericho, and I'm sorry I don't have the names of the specific decos and the specific matches, but you can see all the figures out on the L board here. There'll be a series of Battle 2-packs in Series 20 with Kurt Hawkins and Brutus Clay with cane and hat, Brock Lesnar versus Triple H with weights, and Battle Pack Series 21 with Sheamus versus Randy Orton with the WWE Heavyweight Championship belt, Darren Young with Titus O'Neil with a stop sign, because you always got to hit somebody with a stop sign. Daniel Bryan and Kane with a kendo stick.
Team Hell No!
Yeah, what she said. Alright, let's see. WWE Figure Series 27, wrapping up WWE, will be Cody Rhodes, Kofi Kingston, Wade Barrett, Ryback, Brodus Clay, and Antonio Cesaro. Hope I didn't mispronounce any of the names. I don't work on WWE day to day. But you'll see all the figures out here. All right, let's see. Moving to... Oh, okay, that's kind of out of order. Come back to Adam West. Hot Wheels. Great new stuff from Hot Wheels, including 3 new Star Trek vehicles. The one of the new Romulan ships, and 2 of the ships from Wrath of Khan. We've got the new DC Hot Wheels, the new Dark Knight, which has the Tumbler and the Bat from Dark Knight Rises, as well as the new Atari and single-carded Elite Ghostbusters Ecto-1 out there. All right, Man of Steel, which I think is in the main gallery right now. That's going to have a lot of great product for both kids and collectors. In the collector line, which is Movie Masters, same scale that we did for other DC live-action films like Dark Knight, Green Lantern, same scale, same exact kind of articulation and deco you've come to expect, so your collection will feel unified. The first 3 figures are going to be Superman, Jor-El, his father, and General Zod. There'll be 3 more figures to be announced later at San Diego Comic-Con. All right, in our retail DC 6-inch line, so this is the 4 Horsemen sculpted comic book line that's similar to Club Infinite Earths, but these are the retail versions. And retail, you're going to get a new version of Batman Beyond, which finally has the wings that had to get cut from, when did we release Batman Beyond? I think like wave 2, wave 3, back in wave 3. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. He always has the answers. That was what, 2007, 8?
I wasn't born then.
Yeah, all right. that was while we were all back in our shells. So we finally get those wings out. Robin, the Damian Wayne version of Robin, and Batman from Beware the Batman. You'll also get, and then Vampire Batman from the Elseworlds story. You'll also currently at market or heading to market is Aquaman, Darkseid, and from New 52. And the Superman, Batman, and Joker from Injustice Gods Among Us video game. All sculpted by the Horsemen, all part of one unified comic book world. Also Superman, Flash, Hawkman, and Wonder Woman from New 52 should be shipping to stores now. Many of you probably already have them. All right. Big news from Mattel, you've already probably seen online, is that we have the 1966 Adam West Batman line. Holy action figures. Wow. Amazing.
Why so soon?
I know, it only took like 40 years to come. Can you believe there's never been an Adam West and Burt Ward action figure? I mean, seriously, wow.
60.
60, I can't do my math, obviously. So you'll see over there, we have Batman, we have Robin, we have the Penguin and Riddler. There'll be a few more figures in the series. There will be a Joker. He wasn't ready yet, but he will have, a lot of people are asking, he will have a mustache that's painted over in white. You'll be able to get Batman and Robin as singles. Actually, I'm saying Robin is exclusive to the 2-pack. The 2-pack has Batman and Robin with a wall-mounted wall base, for lack of a better word. So you could pose them in that iconic scaling the wall scene. Or you can get Batman in a single pack as well. Then there's also the Batman from Surf's Up, Joker's Down in his board shorts, and he comes with the Bat surfboard there. You've also seen the 1966 Batmobile that will be compatible with the whole figure line. So you'll finally be able to have a Batmobile that fits 6-inch action figures, and it'll pretty much fit most 6-inch figures. I don't think it'll fit He-Man, but it'll fit most of the Movie Master scale figures, like Green Lantern or Dark Knight Batman or Man of Steel Superman. But Batman and Robin will fit very comfortably behind the George Barris designed Batmobile there. And those will all be at retail. Those are not Matty collector SKUs. Those are all main retail. The 2-pack, I think, is premiering on Amazon and Toys R Us, and will then creep out to the rest of retail. There'll also be Barbie 1966 Batman. You saw Batman and Catwoman there. So those will be at market soon. And really, yeah, I mean, with the soft goods, they really do feel like kind of high-end 12-inch figures, too, for a lot of action figure collectors. So a great way to get 12-inch versions as well. But it is Barbie as Catwoman and Ken as Batman. All right, there's also the kid-aimed Batman Evergreen line, but I know a lot of collectors are really into it as well, so we put out the latest wave. You are going to get Battle Gauntlet Batman, Twin Blades Batman, Ice Blast Mr. Freeze, Ninja Attack Batman, Arrow Assault Batman, Total Armor Batman, Airblade Batman, Stealth Strike Batman. You think we do a Batman in this line? Solar Saw Batman, Capture Cuff Batman, Razor Spin Riddler, and Disc Attack Robin. So obviously a very heavy Batman and Robin line, but aimed at kids, but a lot of really great way for collectors to engage in Batman too. I really sound corporate, don't I? Okay. Ooh, I printed this way too tiny. Oh, we already did that page. Good. All right. Masters of the Universe. Oh, yay. Finally a brand that I work on. Okay. Who's here for Masters of the Universe? Have you seen the castle? There's a castle here. So obviously, that was Carla, wasn't it? So the big news for Masters of the Universe is obviously the castle. The Horsemen sculpted this in like, what, 10 days, I think they told me? I think it was, how long?
About 2.5 weeks from initial roughing it out to final paint master.
2.5 weeks from clay to this. Amazing. And Sherry painted it, what, like in an hour? Unbelievable. So this is 1-to-1. I did a little walkthrough earlier explaining some of the details. There will be obviously some changes from prototype to final. Things like, obviously, you know, the hinges on all the doors will work. The elevator will go up and down. The trap door will collapse. And a lot of the interior will be shelled away, so those hard edges you see won't be there. That's just to hold the structure. And things like, you know, that giant metal peg that's sticking out the top. That's just to hold it together. That's going to be the final product. But it'll come with pretty, you know, figures not included, but it'll have the blaster, it'll have the flag, it'll have the training device, it'll have 2 secret doors, one in the back and one on the side. The one in the back will have a little keyhole that Scareglow's key will fit. And in the front, there'll be a little slot where He-Man's power sword can go, because that's what he did in the mini-comic, is he inserted his sword, and that's what opened the door. Let's see, I covered a lot of it earlier. The pawn on the top and the carrying case part will be detachable. Let's see, the ladder's included, the jetpack is included, the prison cell. There'll be a little place where you can mount the Sword of Power and the Sword of Protection. There'll be other places to mount other shields. It'll have the flags that hang behind the chair. Let's see, keep spinning it so I can see it. Oh, the Wind Raider stand there, so you can plug the Wind Raider stand in and park your Wind Raider. If you have a Wind Raider, still on sale on MattyCollector.com.
Nice.
The door on the top there will open, and there's a little holder for your orb. So if you didn't get the orb holder with Temple of Darkness Sorceress, like the Horsemen who don't have a sample because I never sent them one, you can finally get a orb holder. It's a little bit smaller, and it fits inside, and that door opens up. I think I hit everything with the castle. There's a lot going on. I definitely...
Armor?
What was that?
Armor?
Oh yeah, the armor, the computer screens. The armor will be hollowed out, so it's not going to be like a solid giant figure. It'll be more like a piece of tchotch that you could decorate the castle with, as well as the computer screens, the view screen. Gosh, I hope I'm not forgetting anything. There's a lot. There's chains. There's 2 new weapons. It'll come with the mace and the blaster that'll fit in the weapons rack. If you bought the weapons rack separately, it's not included. Castle Grayskull Man is not included, but he can fit right there. It's amazing. It's going to go back on pre-sale tomorrow for $275 for about 2 weeks. So if you didn't already pre-order it at $250 and wanted to wait for the sculpt, you now can pre-order it for $275. We don't know if we're going to do day of. We may not. We may just sell kind of whatever customer service stock we have left, which will be extremely limited. So it may just be pre-order only because we've already way exceeded the minimum we needed to do. And it's a little risky to produce, a lot of extra toys at $250. It'll actually be probably $300 day of if you wait till November, December when it ships. So if you're waiting for day of, there may not be day of. If there is, it'll be $300. So if you didn't get it, now's your chance at $275. Aside from the castle, the other big announcement for Masters of the Universe is our Filmation series. I heard a few people wanted more Filmation characters, at least 1 or 2 of you. Who likes Filmation characters? Yeah. Carla again. So there's going to be an add-on. That was Val screaming like a girl. There's going to be an add-on Filmation series that's going to go on sale tomorrow. It's a 6-figure series that's going to ship starting in July. So 1 figure, July through December. 6 all-new characters. They're going to be, like I just said, new characters from the show. Villains, guest appearance heroes. It's not going to be like Filmation version of He-Man or Filmation Merman. It's all going to be characters like Icer and Chakotay and Batros, or Bagman, those kind of things. There will be characters from both Masters of the Universe and Princess of Power in that series, and there will be good guys and bad guys, and at least one of them is going to be a little bit of a wild card. Not a character that's like totally out of the blue, but not a character like everyone's been screaming about, but one that I think really makes a really great figure. But we're really trying to pump out a lot of those fan-demanded characters, and I think all of them are really going to be huge hits. They will, some of them may be available day of, but the only way to really lock it in is to pre-order it and add on the sub. The advantages to buying the sub is obviously you save on shipping, starting with the 2nd figure. The 1st figure will ship separate, and you'll avoid sellouts if there is day of stock. They'll be the same price as the regular figures, same packaging. It'll look just like a regular Classics figure. They'll all come with accessories, mostly inspired by the show. Like Chakotay comes with a little Dark Beast, little minion thingy that really did a number on that poor kid in that episode. Batros comes with a repaint of Spike Wars mace, and Icer comes with an icicle stabby weapon and a staff of snow. So that's the big Filmation series. It'll go on sale tomorrow on Matty Collector, just as the pre-sale for the castle will be open. We also have some new figures. We revealed Castaspella, who will come with the disc that clips onto her back, as well as a shield and a clip-on power burst, like a magical power burst that will clip onto her spell-casting hand. Been trying to get that into the line for a long time now. Let's see, we also revealed Mantenna. Oh, Mantenna, he is a fully tooled sculpt. Does he share hands? Where's Eric? Does he have any shared parts?
The hands and I think the crotch.
The hands and the crotch, straight from Eric. There you go. So used crotch and used hands. Otherwise, he's pretty much 100% sculpt. He's got 4 completely articulated legs. He comes with 2 sets of eyeballs poking out and eyeballs in. You actually have to remove the mouth. Actually, also separates in order to put the eyes in, because otherwise the eyes wouldn't jab in the holes. So there's a little assembly there if you want to swap up, but you won't see any crease lines. It'll look just fine. So that's how the eyes will work. He'll come with his Horde bow, just like the vintage figure. We also have the other version of New Adventures He-Man. So both versions in one package. You get 2 heads and 2 sets of armor. We weren't sure originally when we showed him at the convention last summer if you could, or New York, it's actually here, in the other room. But he'll have both the helmeted head and the full body armor, and then the bandolier with the ponytail head. So you get both of those, the laser shield and the laser version of the sword. That'll fit into his back in the bandolier. Let's see, anything. You can also see, closer to production versions of Fighting Foemen. I'll flip that around so you can read the bio in a little bit. Oh, the stands, the stackable stands. So you get 3 in a package, and those can be tiered, they can be laid across. It's a great way to display figures. I know a lot of people, myself included, are running out of display space on your shelf. So the stackable stands will also be a great way to add extra walls onto the castle. If you want to buy a whole bunch of them and stack them up, you'll be able to build extra walls. They'll be decorated the same color as the castle. We also have the shells, the clam shell protectors. Those are actually going to go on sale, I think, in just a month or 2. They're pretty much final, so you'll get 4 of those in a pack. I think it's $15 or $12. I can't remember off the top of my head. So those will be clamshells that are formed exactly to fit a Masters Universe Classics figure. It has the logo on the back, and it has a little cutout so you can hang it on your wall. So even though it covers the J-hook, you'll still be able to mount it because there's sort of a hole built into the package. I think that's it for Motu. That's a lot. I mean, we're looking at a $275 giant 6-inch playset. No one does giant playsets these days. I mean, seriously, when's the last time you saw anyone do a playset like this? I could not be more proud. We could not have done the playset without the fans. It's you guys that made this happen. The Horsemen, the design team led by Ruben and Bill and Mario, Brittany, the engineer on it, myself from the marketing side. We really worked hard to deliver this, but it's you guys, by supporting the pre-sale through a B-sheet, is what made this happen. It's unprecedented, and you have no one but yourselves to thank. So really, I would say a huge round of applause to the fans for making this one happen. Because you're getting a castle. It's amazing. All right, so let's see, that wraps up Motu. Then we have the Ecto goggles. Unfortunately, the working model didn't make the show. But the way it's going to work is it takes 2 AA batteries. When you put it on, as you turn the dial, you're going to see Slimer flying back and forth. If you have the PKE meter, the louder the PKE meter gets, the faster Slimer is going to fly. And only if you have the PKE meter, you'll also see the library ghost. You only see the library ghosts if you have the PK meter, which is also still on sale on Matty Collector. So pick one up now in preparation for your Ecto goggles. So that'll be $110, and it goes on sale in July. So we'll have the working model in San Diego. I wish it made the show because it really, really is amazing to see the holograms of well, not holograms, but the animation of Slimer and the library ghost flying back and forth. It's got about 10 different animations in Slimer. He flies literally right at you and slimes the screen, and slime dripples down. It's very cool. Let's see, moving on from Ghostbusters, we have our Watchmen line. So that's every other month on Matty Collector. Yeah, amazing line. I can't believe we're finally getting comic book Watchmen figures. Really have to thank our partners at DC and Warner Brothers for helping make this happen, because this has been a wish list for fans. I know myself for, since 1985, pretty much, we've wanted comic book versions. So Rorschach is already sold out. Dr. Manhattan goes on sale next month, followed by Silk Spectre. You can see final versions of them. And then upcoming figures, Night Owl and the Comedian. The Comedian's got a lot of stuff. He's got a rifle, a gun, and a flamethrower that attaches to his back. After that, we get to our Club Infinite Earths figures. You can see the final versions of Elongated Man. Check out that magnifying glass. That actually really is a magnifying glass. When you hold it up, like you can see his eye big inside of it. As well as a detachable arm that has a stretchy arm that can plug on, so you can swap out hands. Then you've got Larfleeze, the Orange Lantern. I think they changed him from Agent Orange to Orange Lantern. And then our new Huntress, you can see the deco on Huntress there. She comes with a crossbow, as well as a kick-ass personality and sculpt. And then the new figure, Fire, who comes with a snap-on fire attachment to her arm. So all the avail dates are noted on the signage. The only avail date that is different is Steel. Don't forget about Max Steel. Major, major new launch for Mattel. We're bringing back Max. He hasn't been in the States in about a decade. He's been huge south of the border. He's actually the best-selling action figure line in South America. So he's being relaunched back into the US and Europe.